I didn't see my grandfather for the remainder of the week, and if you ask me, I couldn't have been happier about that. I never told anyone what had happened between us. Perhaps it would have been better not to have bottled it up, as my dad used to say, but even after nearly a week I was still fuming mad. As for my surfboard, amazingly no one asked me about it. I was sure that at least Joey or Jacqueline would have noticed, but even if they had, they didn't let on. Maybe they knew everything that had transpired but were kind enough not to bring it up. Now that couldn't be the case. The following morning Joey was the first one to wake up. He said I had been talking in my sleep and kicked him. Apparently I was having a bad dream and was really mad about something in my dream. I don't remember anything about the dream, but I believed Joey when he told me about it. It was still really early in the morning and neither of us thought that anyone else would be up yet. Joey suggested that we go take a bath together like we do at his house. "Didn't you get enough of playing in the water yesterday?" I teased while rubbing the sleep from my eyes. Joey pulled on my left arm. "Come on, it will be fun." "I got a better idea," I said, sitting up in bed. "Why don't we go downstairs to the lap pool instead?" Granted, I didn't have my surfboard because grandfather had confiscated it, but that wasn't why I wanted to go down. The lap pool is bigger than a bathtub and would be a lot more fun. Plus there would be less chance of us waking anyone else up if we got too loud. Joey was all for my idea and jumped out of bed. We didn't bother changing into swim trunks or putting on robes and slippers or anything. We went down dressed exactly the way we had been put to bed, wearing our diapers and pajamas. I had been right in my assumptions that no one was up. It wasn't even 4 in the morning yet and the house was still quiet, dark, and foreboding. Joey clung tightly to my right hand as the two of us crept down the stairs to the front foyer, across the cold marble-tiled floor, and down into the dark basement. When we walked into the weight room, all the lights came on automatically. Joey and I both quickly covered our eyes and moaned about how bright the light was. I found the light controls on the wall next to the door and slid the control knob all the way to the bottom. The lights went out again. "Now it is too dark," Joey said with a hint of fear in his voice. "It's okay, we'll only need the lights in the lap pool room," I said while reassuringly putting my arm around him and guiding him through the darkness. Before stepping foot inside the other room we stopped and covered our eyes. Once inside I did as before and turned the lights off because the lights under the water were more than enough for the two of us. "Whoa, that is cool," Joey gasped at seeing the steady glow of blue light coming from beneath the water that began to flow. While Joey pulled his shirt off, I went around and turned the pool controls way down so that the water was hardly flowing at all. Joey had got his head stuck inside his shirt and I had to help him. "Alvin, help," he yelped when he couldn't get his pajama shirt off. I ended up totally undressing him, diaper and all, before I did likewise. "Are we going to go skinning dipping?" he asked me while dancing on his tiptoes with anticipation. I stuck my left foot into the water to see if it was warm enough yet. It wasn't because I had turned the flow down so far. I went back around to the pool and cranked that sucker all the way to maximum. "Should be nice and warm in a few seconds," I said. I had barely got the words out before Joey leapt into the air and did a cannonball into the pool. When he re-emerged, he had already been swept to the far end of the pool. "Whoa, buddy," he exclaimed as he tried to pull himself back out. "That was totally the coolest." I started to walk around to help him, but stopped when I saw that he was able to get out on his own. "You are insane," I said as I returned to turn the flow back down again. "No, leave it fast. It's more fun," Joey said. "All right," I said right before I launched myself into the air, did a mid-air somersault and then cannonballed into the pool. Now I hadn't figured on it hurting as much as it did. When I resurfaced I exclaimed, "Oh my butt." Joey giggled when he said, "Did you crack it?" Chuckling I said, "Shut up, shark bait," and splashed him.